Ladies and gentlemen, marketing misfits and data darlings, welcome to The Metrics Don't Matter. Tonight, we're throwing out the spreadsheets, ignoring the KPIs, and embracing a world where numbers are just suggestions and gut feelings reign supreme. Our contestants aren't just vying for cash or bragging rights. Oh no, they're gunning for something far more valuable: eternal fame, industry glory, and the kind of reverence that makes LinkedIn influencers blush. Get ready, get smart, and most importantly, get silly. It's time to play The Metrics Don't Matter.
Welcome to The Metrics Don't Matter. This is a high-energy, irreverent game show where you'll battle through trivia, slogans, and live challenges. The goal isn't just to win, but to entertain, have fun, and dive headfirst into the absurdity. With over 50 years' experience driving data science, product innovation, and market-led growth across industries like tech, retail, CPG, e-commerce, financial service, telecom, and travel, Swetha has honed a diverse set of core skills that bridge analytics and strategy, from unlocking data-driven insights to building scalable marketing solutions. Her expertise is a catalyst for any transformation in any sector. On the other side, we have Oscar Garza, a seasoned veteran of brand advertising. Oscar brings deep expertise in both digital and traditional channels. With a strong foundation on digital platform advertising, he has a proven track record of managing complex campaigns and driving results. As managing partner of GroupM, Oscar continues to set the standard for excellence in integrated media strategy and execution. First of all, for Swetha, with your expertise across multiple industries, what's the most unexpected insight or breakthrough you've uncovered that significantly shaped a product or marketing strategy?
Thanks for that lovely intro, and thanks for the great question. I would say one of the things that has become apparent increasingly so is an ad is an ad is an ad in the eyes of a consumer. It doesn't matter if you have had fancy branding team or your performance marketing team or your influencer team or another team that you cannot name created. It is an ad at the end of the day for the consumer. And so while we as marketers have really created an ecosystem around optimizations, targeting, measurement algorithms, and so on, I think it's important that we realize, wake up and understand that in the eyes of a consumer, this is the exact same piece of ad that they will react and respond to. And it's high time that we have evolved our systems, both from an optimization perspective, measurement perspective, and of course the act of producing an ad, to be in line with how a consumer would perceive it rather than how we as marketers want them to perceive it. I think.
Thank you. And now for Oscar, as a leader with deep expertise in digital platform advertising, what's the most critical shift you've seen on how brands approach integrated campaigns, and how do you guide clients to stay ahead of the curve?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think we're living in a time right now where identity is evolving. So our ability to identify the ad itself and it's attributing it to an individual user and then seeing what kind of outcomes come from it is getting increasingly difficult. Now, this isn't a new problem. We've had cookie death rates for 15, 20 years. So the notion of identity has always been sort of unstable. I think today we have to realize that to be future-proofed, you have to be masters in the aggregate form of measurement and attribution. Things like machine learning-driven regression analyses, different approaches like that give us a good sense of how channels are contributing, both online and offline, but that are irrespective of identity. Using places where we have ephemeral IDs and identity pools and tools like that to add fidelity to our overall measurement is important, but we should be focusing on 75% stable measurement in the aggregate and 25% in the fun stuff.
I think you've got what it takes to outsmart the algorithms and decode AdTech jargon without breaking sweat. Welcome to the ultimate brainbuster, where wit meets wisdom. Nail the answer, and you'll feel like the hero of a DSP-fueled saga. Miss it? Prepare for a quip that stings harder than campaigns with a 0 CTR. Raise your hand if you think you know the answer, and I will call you if I see you. Each question comes with 4 options. 1 is spot on, 2 are plausible nonsense, and 1 is really absurd. Because life's better with a little chaos. Let's see if your brain can bid faster than a header bidding auction. Number 1, what does DSP stand for in advertising? A, demand-side platform. B, digital sales processor. C, data stream pipeline, or donut, sushi, and pancakes? That'd be Oscar.
Demand-side platform.
Correct. DSPs are like your personal shopper for ad inventory. They grab the best deals on impressions so you don't end up buying digital billboard space on MySpace. What company launched the first online banner ad in 1994? Yahoo, AOL, C, Hotwired, or D, a banner factory in Wisconsin? I think that is Swetha.
I would say AOL.
No, it was C, Hotwired. The first banner ad said, "Have you ever clicked your mouse right here?" Subtle right, still it jagged a jaw-dropping 44% click rate. Yeah, no comment on that.
Yeah.
44% is good enough.
We don't measure that anymore.
No, we don't measure clicks.
I like to see the viewability on that one.
Well, exactly.
100% probably. What does a pixel mean in digital advertising? A, a tracking tool used to collect data. B, a measure of ad size on a screen. C, a unit of digital lighting. Or C, the villain in a video game about advertising. I think that was Oscar. Heck, the humble pixel spies on every move like a nosy neighbor. If you've ever wondered why the exact blender you search for keeps following you, think a pixel. What does CPM stand for? A, cost per million. B, cookies per minute. C, cost per 1,000 impressions. Or D, core workers producing memes. I think there's Swetha.
Cost per million. Though I'd like to go with co-workers producing memes.
Cost per what? I didn't catch you. Cost per million. Yeah, cost per 1,000.
Cost per 1,000. Cost per million. I thought that's what it said.
Yeah. CPM pricing is older than the internet itself, back when ads were measured in magazine pages, not programmatic bids. It's the ads world's way of saying charging for eyeballs, but let's be real, most of these impressions now are bots. What is not a real advertising format? A, pre-roll ads. B, mid-roll ads. C, infinite scroll ads. Or D, ads delivered via carrier pigeon. Oscar.
I'm going to go with carrier pigeon.
Yeah, and infinite scroll ads. That's wrong, but yeah. Infinite scroll ads would be like the stuff of nightmares, a never-ending treadmill. But I have seen infinite scroll ads.
Outstream. Outstream is infinite scroll ad.
Or just the ad that never leaves your page. Like you're scrolling, it just sits there forever.
Interesting.
We've had that for a long time.
It's wrong. I don't know who writes this crap. What's the primary purpose of a lookalike audience in advertising? A, to find new customers who resemble existing ones. B, to hire actors for your brand's ads. C, to target clones in dystopian sci-fi worlds. Or D, to literally find people who look like you. And that was Swetha.
A.
Correct, to find new customers who resemble existing ones. They're the equivalent of matchmaking, finding people who show behaviors with your current customers. Basically, Facebook is out here saying, if you like that person, you'll love these strangers. Which of these is a commonly used ad targeting method? A, financial profiling. B, astrological alignment. C, behavioral targeting. Or D, guessing wildly. I think that was Oscar.
Behavioral targeting.
Yeah, although I do think guessing wildly is what quite a few people are doing lately.
It's about half the job.
Right. Behavioral targeting knows you better than your therapist. It tracks everything you click, buy, and even what you didn't. Just decide which shoe ad to shove in your face next. What is the purpose of programmatic advertising? A, to play ads during your favorite programs. B, to automate ad buying using AI and algorithms. C, to ensure only robots see your ads. Or D, to turn ads into Broadway-style musicals. Although I would like D. That would be Swetha. Yes, to automate ad buying using your AI and algorithms. It's fast, efficient, and occasionally spend your budget on ads that run 3 a.m. in Antarctica. What is a rich media ad? This feels so 1980s. I'm not going to even say it. What is a rich media ad? Never mind. What is the term bid shading referring to programmatic advertising? A, a technique to lower bids in second price auctions. B, inflating bids to beat competitors. C, changing ad colors to attract attention. Or D, shading your screen from the sun while bidding. That would be Oscar.
That's A.
That would. Bid shading is how DSPs avoid overpaying auctions. It's like haggling with a robot.
I like the options.
All right, in the next section, time to flex your marketing muscles. We'll throw out a famous slogan or tagline, and it's your job to name the brand or company that owns it. Think fast. It's not the type of quiz you should be Googling. Just say it, and I will acknowledge your existence. Just do it. Nike. Inspired the last words of a murderer because nothing says like run a 5K like death row vibes. I'm loving it. McDonald's. Feral Films helped create this jingle. Turns out the secret sauce was pop royalties all along. Think different.
Apple.
Correct. This was Steve Jobs' mic drop to IBM's Think campaign. Nothing like a little corporate shade with your overpriced gadgets. Because you're worth it.
L'Oreal.
Correct. L'Oreal. It's basically a Hallmark card for overcharging you on lipstick. It melts in your mouth, not in your hand.
Magnum ice cream?
No. M&M.
M&M's, yeah.
This was originally actually targeted at soldiers because apparently staying chocolate-free while dodging bullets is a priority. I think it's because they could put it in their pocket to eat. The ultimate driving machine.
Volkswagen.
Mercedes.
BMW. Fun fact, it's not the ultimate parking machine, as your bumper can always confirm. Taste the rainbow.
Skittles.
Correct. Skittles, real genius. Convincing people to eat chemically dyed sugar pellets and feel whimsical about it. Have it your way.
Burger King.
That is Burger Cream. Unless you want the ice cream machine to work, then it's McDonald's rules all over again. What happens here stays here.
Wait.
Vegas.
Correct. Vegas. Accept your credit card debt. That definitely comes home with you. The happiest place on earth.
Disneyland.
Disneyland, unless you're the one paying for the churros. And it's the priciest place on earth. It just keeps going and going.
Oh my God.
Nope, Energizer. Just like your ex texting at 3 a.m. It's not a feature. It's a warning. Finger licking good.
KFC.
KFC. True, unless you realize you're licking 11 herbs, spices, and a side of regret. This gives you wings.
Duracell.
Yep.
No.
Red Bull. They got
Red
sued for
Bull.
us. Turns out, no wings, just jitters and regret at 2 a.m. Someone actually sued them because it didn't let them fly.
Fun.
Open Happiness. I think this is like a 2001.
I feel like I know that.
Coca-Cola.
Of course.
Oh, wow.
Because nothing says happiness like a sugar bomb in a can. Diabetes sold separately. Snap, crackle, pop.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Rice Krispies. As a note, the sound effects were more exciting than the way they tasted. A diamond is forever.
Zale.
Swarovski? No.
De Beers.
The beer.
They made us think shiny rocks equals eternal love. Joke's on us because resale value is trash forever. It was actually made for soldiers, if I remember. They came back and they would try to convince them it was the M's and dimes that they could buy their wife like 2 months' salaries worth or something.
Nice.
Don't leave it. Amex, unless you're broke, then definitely leave it at home along with your hopes and dreams. Shave time, shave money.
Children.
What's the other one? Harry's?
Nope, Dollar Shave Club. They invented razors by asking, what if we made them cheap and sassy? Best a man can get.
That's Gillette.
Gillette.
That is Gillette. Bold claim for a razor that always leave you with that one rogue hair. The breakfast of champions.
Wheaties.
Unless your champion is hungover, then it's coffee and regret. There, Maggie did the voice.
I know.
Everything is I just
Frosted
need
Flakes.
to.
What do you say?
Frosted Flake.
Frosted Flakes. The only thing great here is the sugar rush, followed by a nap at 10 a.m.
Tony the Tiger.
Yeah, who's dead from diabetes.
Oh, no.
Yeah, when it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight. Yep, it's FedEx. Except when it's delayed, then it's absolutely, positively, maybe tomorrow. And we've all had that. Can you hear me now?
Verizon.
Correct, it is Verizon. The guy switched to Sprint. As you remember, Tone's loyalty in ads is about as real as it is in politics. Think outside the bun.
Taco Bell.
That is Taco Bell. The translation is we have tortillas and bad decisions, not burgers. Built blank tough.
Ford.
Yep, until it hits 100,000 miles, then it's built for Toad. Eat fresh.
Subway.
Yep, and let's be honest, fresh here is doing a lot of heavy lifting. Impossible is nothing.
IBM.
No, this was only like for a couple years for a good reason. It's Adidas.
Adidas.
Not to be confused
yeah.
with Nike's Just Do It, but Adidas went with try, but maybe fail spectacularly. The king of beers. Yep, self-appointed royalty in the build world. Honestly, a bit much for a lager. Every kiss begins with K. I feel like that's too obvious, but you didn't get it.
Ugh.
I don't know why it's escaping me.
K Jewelers.
And Jewelers.
Yes, unless it's a first
It's too
date,
obvious.
then every kiss starts with tequila. Once you pop, the fun don't stop.
Pringles.
Pringles, they mean eating. The existential guilt starts immediately. We bring good things to life, these mainly 80s.
Yeah.
You ever watched Saturday Night Live, you'd seen it. GE, they owned NBC.
That's
The
right.
slogan was retired when good things included nuclear power plants. Save money, live better. That would be Walmart. Saving money so you can spend it on all 47 items you didn't need. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's blank.
Maybelline.
Correct. Maybe it's Photoshop or filters, but definitely not reality. Hey, everyone gets negative 100 points for that last one. I was amazed how little you got guys knew. But now, buckle up for another round of Altitude Kiss. This time we're cranking up the creativity to levels that even make Don Draper do a double take from Shakespearean soliloquies about CPMs to colorful gains inspired by conversion rates. These Mad Libs are crafted for anyone who's ever asked, what if marketing lost its mind in the best possible way? Who wants to go first? Tom?
Ladies first.
Ladies first, then. It's really nice of you.
You're welcome.
I like how I'm being voluntold.
Swetha. Still like a conspiracy theorist, unveiling marketing's hidden truths. Your marketing industry's Alec Jones, blowing the lid off a secret ad Illuminati engine, a shadowy AI that allegedly controls every consumer's behavior. You're not just selling paranoia, you're building an empire of buzzwords, drama, and absurd leaps of logic.
Sorry, what am I doing again? That could be my ad.
Sell like a conspiracy theorist, unveiling marketing's hidden truths. Speaking over the top hushed tones, as though revealing government secrets. Use phrases like wake up, they don't want you to know, and it's bigger than you think. Infuse actual marketing jargon like first-party data or dynamic targeting, but spiral into pure nonsense to make it more ridiculous, yet semi-plausible.
Did you know they can actually listen to everything you do and target you exactly the things that you ask for? Wake up, it's time you used listening targeting. Or better still, sneaky targeting.
And that's it?
Yep.
I'll give you 50 points, because this is the start.
Okay.
And next is Oscar. Maybe a little bit more verbose. Explain ad jargon, well, maybe not more verbose, to a 5-year-old who wants to know about real-time bidding. Because every kid wants to know about real-time bidding. A curious kid is asking you what RTB means, and you need to break it down in a way that's both understandable and slightly hilarious. Your explanation should sound like a bedtime story mixed with a tech rant. Use playful analogies like toys, cookies, or playground games. Make it interactive by pretending the kid is part of the scenario. And end with a funny twist that leaves the kid even more confused, like most of us in AdTech.
Okay. All right, kid. Let's say, for example, there's 10 different kind of candies out there, and you only like 1 or 2 different kind of candies. So here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stand between you and the candies. You just tell me what kind of candies you want, and I'll pick the candies for you as the candies come by. Now, here's the problem, is that there's a guy between me and the candies, and there's another guy between that guy and the candy. And each one of them is going to do what's called a take rate, and they're going to take a little piece of a candy, and so by the time that you get it, you only get 25% of the original candy that you wanted.
That sucks.
Hey, what do you want me to
Why
do?
would... I mean, you explained it for a 5-year-old, but I'm like, why would I ever do that?
3% of that candy is fraud, so sorry.
I thought it was cocaine.
5-year-old.
5-year-old, yeah.
It's New York City. I'm in Phoenix. For Swetha, create a slogan for a weird invention, smart forks, that can count your bites and judge your eating habits. Your task is to come up with a punchy, irrelevant slogans for an invention no one really wants, but everyone will consider secretly buying because it was on TikTok probably. Highlight the absurdity of the product while making it sound weirdly useful. Use humor to poke fun at how invasive or unnecessary the product is, and include relatable moments to make it sound oddly appealing.
When is the last time you checked your diabetes or your blood pressure? Turns out, every bite you take, every move you make is going right to your hips, right to adding more cholesterol, more diabetes, and more of everything that you really dread for. Do you dream of living up until 75 or even 85? If you truly do, then here's something you absolutely very much need. You're saying the spoon-o spoon, the fork of forks, the count it all. This little piece of invention, every time you put it in your mouth, will tell you exactly how many more years you have to live. It'll tell you exactly the amount of calories that are going into your mouth, the amount of blood sugar that's going to spike, and the cholesterol levels that are going to decrease with every spoon and every bite you take. Don't you think this is the reality that you wanted? Somebody who can tell you exactly what you need to eat, when you need to eat, and how you need to eat? Fear not, for just $18.99, this spoon can be all yours. What are you waiting for? Go! Click on that button, click on that ad, and buy it today, right now.
Well, I would have bought that fork, except it was a pen. But honestly, I would have bought that.
Alright,
Ooh, I like this one.
that's all I got.
So for Oscar, and I may actually get this one. You have to pitch a social media app for cats. We're going to call it Pawgram, the social network for trendy cats. You're pitching a complete unnecessary app, which is all of them, pretty much, for pets who definitely need it, who don't need it. This app lets cats post photos, swipe for new cat friends, and get sponsorship deals for fancy cat food. Pretend cats actually need a social network because we know they would never actually talk to another cat. Use over-the-top buzzwords about feline independence and catfluence. I just made that word up, catfluence.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Well, cat, there's no people here that you hate, so you're going to love it here. You can mix with the other cats of different breeds, and there are gathering places where you can knock stuff off tables and meow and purr. Kitty litter is replaced twice daily, and free catnip at all of our mixers. I don't know, that was a big one. That's all.
Yeah. I'll ask my cat how it felt about that.
That was fun.
And now for Swetha. Ooh, you have to explain the word metaverse to a toddler. The toddler asks you what the metaverse is, and you need to explain it in terms they understand, but with a playful, slightly sarcastic twist. Use simple analogies like playrooms, toys, or imaginary friends. Add a touch of humor about how ridiculous this concept sounds to adults, let alone to toddlers.
Hi, friend. Imagine if you had a playroom right in your basement, but it's a pretend playroom. Everybody wears costumes and everybody can buy anything fun just using real money. You buy pretentious food, you buy pretentious dresses, you buy pretentious looking items like a very pretty looking castle, but only doesn't exist, but you have to pay for it with real money, and it only gets even more fun. You don't even get to keep it. It's not yours, but you gotta pay for it, right? Wouldn't you love to be in a room like that? A playroom that's just for yourselves, where you can go in to lose from reality, but really there is no reality to lose from to begin with. All of this could be...
I think you just described the metaverse. And last but not least, we're going to ask Oscar to invent a super specific dating app. We're going to call it Binge Match. A dating app for people who watch the same shows. You're pitching a hyper-specific dating app that only connects people based on their Netflix and Hulu history, which I hope you will never see mine. It's shameful. Make the app sound hilariously essential, even though it's absurdly niche. Use TV and streaming references to exaggerate how perfect this app is.
Well, if you're looking for the last dating app you're ever going to need, welcome to streaming boredom. If you're looking to get together with somebody and not talk to each other for the next 12 hours of watching the same show, then we got the thing for you.
Ooh, you must be married. Sorry.
Hurry up and get to the couch so we can sit together and watch this show. You know, seek out your true crime partner to watch real murders that actually happened and try to figure out who actually did it when they tell you who did it, like in the first episode. You can rewatch Lost again for the 7th time. It's like 100,000 episodes. You know, that's always great fun. And I hear that we're getting another season of Suits. So that's super good.
And so now the easiest part of the show is the dance-off.
And that's a wrap on Metrics Don't Matter, the only game show where knowing too much about AdTech is both a flex and a cry for help. Swetha hit us with the hard truth that no matter how much marketers overthink their strategy, consumers just see an ad. Shocking. I know. Oscar broke down Identity's slow-motion car crash and somehow made real-time bidding sound like a sketchy candy heist. Meanwhile, we all had to relive the horror of the first banner ad, which somehow got a 44% click-through rate. Either 1994 was a fever dream, or people were just really curious about where their mouse could go. We also learned that infinite scroll ads do exist, that someone once sued Red Bull for false advertising because, shocker, they did not grow wings, and that a dating app for people who binge watch the same shows would probably be more successful than most marriages. Huge thanks to our contestants for subjecting themselves to this madness, and an even bigger shout out to incremental.com for sponsoring this beautiful disaster. Until next time, may your pixels track ethically, your bids clear fairly, and your campaigns actually convert. Stay bold, stay curious, and for the love of all things digital, don't click on sketchy banner ads.